Aloha, Helena Das here, and I want to welcome you to my channel Ride, Pray, Love, where we are all about connecting with Horse, Source, and beyond to help you rise to your full potential during these crazy times. I'm hanging out here with my little Kenzie, and we're super excited because today we want to chat with you about this magical, powerful Taurus full moon happening in the next day or two, depending on where you are in the world. And by the way, it is, according to some astrologers, the most powerful full moon of the year. We also want to celebrate for fun, for entertainment purposes only, by pulling a couple of cards, because this moon feels super magical and special to me. So it is also, by the way, there's a partial lunar eclipse in Taurus, and it is, as I understand it, the longest one in 500 years. So it's not a full lunar eclipse. It's a partial lunar eclipse, but it is a really long one. And eclipses, in case you're not familiar, from a spiritual kind of cosmic vibe standpoint, a couple of pieces I'll mention here are that really there are 6-month windows. So, you know, with a full moon, when you're working with the lunations on a monthly cycle, either new moon or full moon, there's that 28, 30-day cycle where you're kind of, you know, setting your intentions and planting your seeds and then pulling the weeds, as I like to say, you know, and working with the 30-day plus or minus a couple of days cycle, right? With the eclipses, it's actually a 6-month cycle. So it's a really powerful portal to setting your intentions for the next 6 months, or where you want to be 6 months from now, and also looking back 6 months ago, you know, what were you doing and what kind of projects did you start, and where your intentions and, you know, plans were at that time. The other thing about eclipses are that sometimes they can bring about kind of unexpected change, and or from an energetic, mental, and emotional dimension or level, can bring in what I like to call tower moments or power moments, where we can have these huge shifts, these like aha moments, right, or insights, and things can come to light that were previously perhaps either hidden or not clear. And full moons are going to also help with that too, because they're shedding light on, you know, again, things that may have been hidden previously. So we've got a power-packed lunation here with this eclipse, and the fact that it's in Taurus, who is a fixed earth sign, is also really powerful. You know, with the earth, there's a grounding energy, of course, and Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus, who's all about beauty and love, our core values, abundance, and really that feminine, like sensual, you know, bringing your senses in. Like for me, it's about earthly pleasures and treasures that Taurus brings in. Taurus is also associated in medical astrology with the throat, so your thyroid as well as your throat chakra, you know, using your voice, creative self-expression. So all of these pieces are being kind of highlighted at this time, regardless of your sign. And we have Taurus, with the moon in Taurus, and the sun is in Scorpio. And Scorpio is also a fixed sign, but it's a water sign. So we've got the water and the earth energy here flowing together. I like to say the water nourishes the earth. And we get mud, right? Scorpio is about, you know, really that deep dive, that magical, mystical, intuitive, psychic energy that allows us to really explore our subconscious realm and then arise from the ashes as we kind of reclaim, rebirth ourselves, rewrite the story if we so choose. So What else do I want to share here? So that in a nutshell, we've got it happening, the Taurus and the Scorpio at 27 degrees. 27 reduces to 9 in numerology, and 9 is like the sign or the number of cosmic wisdom and oneness and connectedness. So it's a really beautiful energy. It's also nearing the end of a cycle, right? If you think about going from 1 to 9, and then 10 is like we're starting the new cycle again, or the ending and the beginning, ending and the beginning, the 10, the 1, and the 0. So these pieces are in place. We also have, Kenzie is joining me, a really powerful T-square activation going on with Uranus and Mars. You can see her sitting in my lap here. Oh, the little baby. Okay, sorry. I just had to show off my little baby. Anyway, so we have this T-square going on with Mars and Uranus. And anytime we have a T-square, that's highly activating and can be very intense energies. Uranus itself is very electrical, revolutionary. It's like the change agent, the, future-oriented energy. And so you add that into an eclipse, again, unexpected, surprises, changes, and shifts, in all the ways, whatever ways that applies to you. Mars, of course, is also very, the sacred warrior energy, very passionate, intense, potentially more aggressive energy, the instinctual, fiery energy. So we've got a lot going on here in the mix. And, I want to say that as we really move through this energy, it's not like, oh, it's happening in these few days. Again, it is a 6-month window, and whatever you're doing at this time, again, similar to when you work with the lunations, the full moons and new moons, you're kind of setting your goals and planting your seeds for the next 30 days. This is what you do now has the impact, has the potential to really impact you for, for 6 months, right? And beyond. So it's a really powerful time to get still and reflect and do some of your soul's work to get clear with where you are and where you want to be and what's aligned and what's not and what your core values are. And so for me, some key words or themes at this time would be values, vision, voice with the throat chakra, and really, I'm hearing like the body electric because of Uranus, and the body physical, like Taurus again is that earth sign. So we're dealing with a grounded, 3D energy with the physical body. So in a nutshell, these are kind of some of the energies that are, sort of overarching theme, if you will, of this lunation, this, full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Taurus. And so, what was really coming through in my meditation this morning was the sacred messenger Pegasus, who, is amazing when you look at some of the rich symbolism that is associated with this magical, mystical, winged, horse creature, right? Four-legged creature. And I don't know if I should shut the window. There's some noise coming in through here. Hang on a second. I'm gonna just do this. Okay. Hopefully that is better. And Kenzie, did you save my seat? Okay, so oops, sorry about that. So, so Pegasus, just a little background on the mythology and the story as I understand it, is associated, I hope that, you can still hear that sound. Anyway, hopefully bear with me. Pegasus really is the ultimate sign or symbol of freedom, and purity and magic, of really tapping into your unbridled potential and soaring, right? Soaring into success, soaring into the unknown, soaring into a bold, adventurous, new, place or space, and the unknown, right? Pegasus is also about really accessing your personal power. And Pegasus is also incredibly magically associated with the 4 elements. Okay, so because he's winged, he or she is winged, right? We bring in the air and the flight. The horse itself is a land creature, so associated with the earth. Pegasus is said, according to the mythology, the Greek mythology, is he could actually stomp his hoof on the ground and evoke like fountain or springs of water to like emerge. So we have that water energy. And finally, and this was something new I learned in my research, that he was said to carry like thunderbolt and lightning to or for Zeus, the god. Now Pegasus is considered to be the son or the product, if you will, of Poseidon, who is the god of the sea, and Medusa, who Poseidon raped, as I understand it. And at some point, and I can't remember the story now, she gets her head cut off and the Pegasus like emerges from her being. And so Pegasus is also associated with like courage and victory and adventure, helping many of the gods to overcome like insurmountable feats, right? And just be victorious. There's a dragon I know that he helped slay. I think it was with Perseus. I can't remember. Anyway, so Pegasus is really a badass in my books and has got it going on. And so if you're ready for a little bit of magic and working with these energies of Pegasus, right? Of really the archetype and the energies of this incredible magical creature, then I want to invite you to stay tuned, because on Friday I'll be continuing this conversation, if you will, and sharing how you can work with me and Pegasus to really allow yourself, support you in accessing your limitless potential and really soaring into success in whatever area of life that is you are seeking to, whether you desire to go to your next level in your body or work, relationships, or life. And so I'm really excited to share what is coming through. Again, he really came through in my meditation this morning, and there's my creative flow. He's also associated, by the way, with really like creative flow, which makes sense with the water springing up the fountains, right? Creative flow, and that like I can't talk, creativity, and that really powerful flow. So let me take a quick note and look at my notes here, and then we're going to pull a couple of cards for fun, because between the magic of this full moon and Pegasus coming through this morning, I thought it was only right. I'm going to use this deck and we'll pull a couple of cards real quick for any messages that want to come through. But I want to just see if I covered all my notes about this moon. The only other thing I think that I will add is that Pegasus can also help. He's the other piece I forgot to add is like he's like a bridge, if you will, a magical bridge or channel between heaven and earth, because of him connecting, the earth and the land, and then with the wings, connecting us to the higher realms. and his purity with the white colors and just his being also connects us to like that oneness and that sacred connection of all that is. So he really is a magical badass creature to connect with, I believe. And yeah, just checking any other, I don't know if I mentioned about, there's a T-square, I'll just mention this real quick, I'm seeing this in my notes, between Mars and Uranus is the revolutionary, you know, change agent, the wave maker, the sacred rebel, the freedom seeker, right? So that energy is really hooking up with Mars, and Mars is our sacred warrior, who is another fiery, passionate, you know, can be potentially aggressive energy. And you've got those two, you know, hooking up. And when we have a T-square, there's a lot of activation. So, you know, there is this invitation, there is perhaps some nudging, perhaps maybe you feel like you're being pushed through the birth canal, right? There's a lot of energies that are conspiring for our highest good, right? To help us really, you know, rebirth and step into not only the new earth as a collective, but on an individual level, like, you know, what old personas or identities are you ready to release? You know, would you like to rewrite the story, right? And step into that, you know, that new, true, future, best version of you, the you that you came here to be. And so let's, yeah, so I feel like that is the bulk of the message. I'm just going to do this to clear the energy. Let's do one more, and then we'll pull a couple of cards. And I'm going to ask Spirit to allow these energies to be for the highest good, reminding you that this is for entertainment purposes only, and to take what resonates and leave the rest, and never to give your power away to a piece of paper or anything outside of you. Again, I was just really called to do this because these energies just feel magical and fun, and yeah, and with Pegasus, that is what I was guided to do. So hang on a moment. Let me just tune in. Okay, what is the message that wants to come through for the highest good for those who are tuning in today? Overarching theme. Let's bring in the overarching theme for today, or for this full moon. And we have nature. So you want to connect with nature, get out and, you know, ground, earth, get your feet on the earth, take a walk in the park. And I'll just go ahead and read this to you. Ground yourself, find a sanctuary in nature, and connect with the elementals. So beautiful. These colors for me bring in our heart space with the green, and that gold with our solar plexus, our power center. And as I mentioned, Pegasus is a powerful guide to help us connect with our solar power or solar plexus. Okay, so that's the overarching theme I want to ask for right now. The heart of the matter, the heart of this eclipse, the heart of this full moon and this event. For the collective theme, what is at the heart? And we have, oh, so beautiful, passion. So what is in your heart? What is your passion? What do you love doing? What do you lose time doing? What brings you alive? What is that saying? I think it's by Henry or someone Thurman, around, you know, what the world needs now is people who are alive. I'm, you know, messing it up, but anyway, basically, what makes you come alive? And you know, journaling about some of these can be really powerful at this time. And as I mentioned, since we are with the eclipse, have this 6-month you know, portal, a really powerful time to do this work, even more so than the regular lunations, right? And finally, let's look at the foundation. What is the foundation that is going on with this lunation? Whoa, okay, strength. I love this card. Let me read that to you. So the challenge will make you stronger. You will get through to the other side. Look for the gifts in the situation. And, you know, for me, the message, you know, that's coming through is around that, you know, how all these challenges, all these pressures, right, are really creating the diamond, right? Is really creating your inner strength, your resilience, your personal power, and to know that whatever is going on, you are capable. You've got this, right? You are more powerful and magical than you know. So that is the foundation. So the 3 cards, just to recap for you, the foundation is your strength. So to really tap into, lean into, and your, you know, supernatural strength, lean into, you know, calling upon a higher power as well. I want to say, you know, the strength, the supernatural strength of God, of Yeshua, of, you know, just a higher power, whatever word, you know, resonates for you. And at the heart of the matter, to connect with your passions and your joys, what brings you joy, what makes you come alive, and to go do that, right? And then finally, the overarching theme is to really be in nature. And I think that's really fitting because since Taurus is an earth sign, right? So, you know, to really connect with nature and ground yourself, you know, whether it's, you know, just going outside and standing barefoot on the earth for a few minutes a day, or whatever that looks like for you. But really beautiful messages. And so I, again, hope you enjoyed this. I also want to invite you to join me on Friday. My intention, if the internet is cooperating, is to go live, and we're going to talk more about Pegasus and, again, how you can work with this magical archetype and energy and guide with my support, because I do channel, in case you're new to me, I do channel what I call the collective spirit of horse. And for me, Pegasus is like wind horse in the Tibetan wind horse, and we'll talk a little bit more about that on Friday as well. But these energies right now for me just feel so ripe for doing this work and connecting with you know, with these guides to help us really you know, forge and move into, lean into, make movement on, you know, the path to our liberation, to our leadership, to our love. And so, again, I hope you will join me on Friday. And either way, have the most magical, beautiful, powerful full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. And if you made it this long, I would be super grateful for your support, which is free to do by liking, sharing, and subscribing, so that I can continue to bring you more of this content. Until next time, I love you. Namaste. Ciao for now.